Well, hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. In this part 33, we go way down. Even though last time I said I was going to go to Liurnia. But before we do that, we have a recap of the previous episode. And if you would like to skip said recap, go to the following time. Last time, in part 32 of an overly detailed playthrough of Elden Ring, we did a lot of lore-related things, and the recap can legitimately mostly speak for itself, as it was almost all dialogue. So I will just say we read the Axe of Godric and Grafted Dragon descriptions, acquired the Weather Dagger, read the Litany of Proper Death and Order's Blade descriptions, acquired Heal, Cure Poison, Magic Fortification, Flame Fortification, Rejection, Catch Flames, Flame Sling, Black Flame Blade, Arsenal Charm, D's Bellbearing, Twinned Helm, Twinned Armor, Twinned Gauntlets, Twinned Greaves, Golem's Halberd, and finally restored Godric's Great Rune and equipped it. And then I'll just let the NPCs we spoke to speak for themselves, and I'll return shortly. And feed my dog, cause you probably heard him whining. Why, this is a good picture right here. Really stark contrast, that'll be easy to crop.
Are you that new tarnished? I am Enya, the finger reader.
Brave tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring.
A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession.
A plethora of spirits in an unceasing cacophony.
Those eyes tell a story of a challenger who's felled his mark.
Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them?
The Weather Dagger.
You've met Garang, I take it. I think you've earned this. The power of the Golden Order.
Hello.
I have been waiting for your return. I've decided to leave the Round Table Hold.
What?
I'm mad. It's a work of heresy. Very well. I'll take it off your hands.
Fuck are you looking at? I thought perhaps you had more to say, given that you're all-knowing.
The Felilu. We met at Stormvale.
Yeah, I
Glad to
remember
see
it.
you
It was
here.
like an hour ago.
I have something for you.
Have you ever felt the curse? With your whole being?
The road is yet long. A god is not easily felled. Those words were not meant for you.
I am Via, deathbed companion.
I have severe ADHD. I'm not going to remember any of that. Goodbye. It's so pretty in here. Holy shit.
Feel it. Feel it. Feel my bloody wrath.
And now here we are making another video. I asked my friend for input on what I should do next. I said to my friend, friend, what should I do next? I'm debating whether I continue to Liurnia or I go way down. And he said that way down would be a good change of pace since I've just spent the past 30 episodes in the open world. So we're going way down. What the hell is this? A sacrificial twig. I already had one of those, right? We've already gotten that. I think so. What the hell is this? Oh, I was running the wrong way. Maybe a map marker will help. Here we are. Sorry, it's all foggy and dark. I don't know why I'm apologizing for it. There's not really anything I can do about it. Except for sit at a grace and pass the time until it's not. Which is really easy, so there's a lot I can do about it, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna go in here. And we're not gonna use elevator music. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is the frigid wind blowing? We're here. We're there. The Siofra River well. Is what that elevator is called. This area is just called Siofra River. Okie dokie. This is overly detailed. We gotta look for items. It's dark. There are no items behind the elevator, it would appear. What about behind these gravestones? Melted mushroom. Melted mushroom? Where are you? There you are. The melted mushroom is a mushroom that grows in the false night in and around the eternal city. It drips with a viscous fluid that behaves much like oil. Wow. Dewkissed Herba. The Dewkissed Herba is an herb that grows in the false night in and around Eternal City. Soaked in arcane dew, it gives off the faint glow of starlight. That it does. What a beautiful plant. Ghost Glovewort, we already have that. More Dewkissed Herba. What's this item over here by this tree? What do you have? A silver firefly, okay. Toward the end of this playthrough, we're going to be going back and trying to farm things that have a chance to drop. To be as overly detailed as possible. And it'd be nice to have a lot of silver pickled fowl feet when I do that. We're doing it toward the end of the playthrough because later on, toward the end of the playthrough, there's a couple of permanent items you can equip that also increase your item discovery, so toward the end of the playthrough is the best place to do that. I'll be encountering the enemies of the area soon. I don't know what this Dewkissed Herba is for, but I already have a lot of it. And here are the enemies of the area, the bubbly rock boys, or as the game calls them, Claymen. Okay, not bad, not bad. Wasn't sure how much I'd hit them for, because they're made out of bubbly rocks. And this is a very, very fine example of an enemy with nigh infinite poise. So we're going to have a hell of a time staggering them with a scythe, and they attack incredibly slow. They're just a big, tanky, spongy thing, and the only danger they pose is tickling your impatience, as they take a long time to kill, and if you stick around long enough for them to get a hit in, they make your day very bad. They hit slow but hard, so you kinda gotta just jump in and jump out like I've been doing. So what you've seen is pretty much the entirety of my combat with them. The recording was an hour, but I'm gonna be cutting half of it. You're welcome. Place is really pretty to look at, but there's not a lot going on in it. Even when there's a lot going on, it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on, because these guys fucking They never do anything unless it is worth taking a long time to do. There you go. Throwing daggers. Anything on the sides? No. Just down low. Let's just try here. Yeah, that was it. The Oracle Bubbles. And a silver pickled fowlfoot. The Oracle Bubbles are a sorcery of the Claymen who serve as priests in the ancient dynasty. Produces several small magical bubbles that drift toward foes before they naturally pop. Charging increases the delay before the bubbles pop. The Claymen search for lost oracles within their bubbles. That's a weird place to look for oracles. Unless it's like a, peering through the veil type of thing, like looking through the bubbles allows them to see into a different realm. That'd be interesting. I do need more crimson. Nice, back up to 5. Yeah, boy! There we go. More silver fireflies. Good, good, good. I've been thinking of things that... Ooh, soap. Sure, everybody knows what soap does. I'll read it anyways. You can skip forward like 30 seconds if you don't want to hear about it. And if you don't know what soap does, thank you so much for learning about it here. Unless you don't care what soap does, in which case, fuck you. Learning is good. Anyways, the soap is a plant-based soap made from mushroom juice. I'm pausing here for a minute because I'm confused. Can you actually make effective soap with mushrooms? I've never heard of that. Cleans off filth and other accumulations on the body while also slightly reducing poison buildup. Filth covering the exterior eventually seeps inside, soiling one's very spirit. So, when you're running through poison, if you roll in it, then it will completely cover you, and while you're completely covered in like poison or toxic or whatever you rolled in, it will continue to build up, and eventually you will become poisoned even though you're not standing in it anymore, just because you're soaked in it. But the best course of action is, of course, to not roll in it, but if you do, through just feeling like it or forgetting or whatever the case may be, you can use a bar of soap and it will wash it all off of you. Ooh, we got a drop! The Clayman's Harpoon. The Clayman's Harpoon is a harpoon with a tip made from sharpened meteorite shard, wielded by the Claymen who infested dynastic remains. The blade emits a faint light that deals magic damage. Bears the skill Impaling Thrust, a skill that lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields. Build power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust that pierces an enemy's guard. Runes, another man with money. Good for you. Oh. It's so pretty down here. I love this area so much. Preserving Boluses. Preserving Boluses are scarlet boluses made of cave moss. Alleviates scarlet rot buildup and cures rot ailment. Typo! Typo, it says aliment. That's a typo. Scarlet rot accumulates gradually, coming into effect once the threshold is reached. Scarlet Rot ailment greatly lowers HP in steady increments for a period. Well, at least they spelled it wrong in the next paragraph. I mean, right. Right after I pointed out a typo. Presented myself with a reason that I should not be criticizing anybody's speech. Hey, a giant crab. And little crabs. What are you knocking down trees over there? Just relax. Let's take him seriously. Give him some respect. Maybe I didn't need to. Never mind. Maybe that was a bit of a waste of my flask. My wondrous physic, I mean. Scythe has such good reach. I actually looked up all the hitboxes of the weapons on the wiki, and they're all really generous with their hit register. Here's a picture. I made a collage of the hitboxes. But as you can see right here, the Scythe is like one of the most generous hitboxes. Like, I can hit somebody with any part of the shaft or the actual blade, and even a little bit outside of them, as with the rest of the weapons. So I have a really, really good weapon to beat the game with, just going by hitboxes. By hitbox value. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Let's do a pose here. There we go. Just no HUD. Maybe I should just beat the game with no HUD. No, I'm not gonna do that. It's... And now we encounter the tribesmen of the area, the worshippers of the elk. Okay, dude. You need to relax. Worried about your blood pressure. Jeez. Oh my god. Well, that's heartening. Good to know. I'm just gonna push my face through this place. The Armorer's Cookbook 6. And the Great Horned Headband. We got... Wow, that's a fairly rare drop, I feel like. Let me look it up real quick. 1.5%. That's pretty good. Pretty good. The Great Horned Headband is a headband decorated by a pair of great horns. You don't say. Worn by Ancestral Follower warriors. The Ancestral Followers keep their distance from the Erd Tree, awaiting new buds. They are certain to sprout from their very flesh and indeed their souls. And what's the other thing? The Armorer's Cookbook 6. That's the other thing. The Armorer's Cookbook 6 is a record of crafting techniques left by an armorer who served the great General Radon. Contains knowledge of dealing with rot, the application of fire in particular. Acquire the knowledge to craft preserving Boluses. Hey, neat. The Scarlet Rot Boluses. And if I'm not mistaken, crafting those requires Aeonian butterflies. Oh, it doesn't. What? Oh, but it requires a sacramental bud. Yeah. Finite materials for things I'm gonna need to craft multiple times. Huzzah! Like, I get that the idea is that, like, it adds a sense of, like, urgency or like, forget what the word is for like that tingly feeling at the back of your neck that's like, hey, things are bad. Like it's supposed to make you feel bad that it requires a finite material to make it, and you're gonna need it multiple times. It's like an eerie anticipation of danger type of thing, but I still hate it. The map of Siofra River. And now we have a map of this place. Okay. Let's hop on Torrent. Ride the horsey. The horsel. Oh, jeez. Ow. Stop it. Is one of them casting a spell? What's that? What are you doing? What's this business? What are you doing? I've never seen them do that before. Oh. I have seen them do that before. I'm gonna get to a certain spot, and then I'm gonna swallow my pride and cut out some stuff in the edit that I might not want to, and get it down to just the best 25 minutes, I think. I'm just gonna take however long it takes to get to the spot I want to get to, and then do that. I have a tendency to leave too much stuff in, I think. I guess people that are regularly watching, like, let me know in the comments if you think I'm full. I'm like, that's not true, but I love everything you're putting in here. The Horn Bow. The Horn Bow is a longbow made from animal horn. You don't say. Wielded by the master hunters of the Ancestral Followers. Imbues arrows fired with magic damage. Reveals its true worth when used with magic-infused arrows. Bears the skill Mighty Shot, which we've already picked up by itself, so we know what that is. Oh, wait a minute, I just remembered, if you're sneaky and go around the other side here... Yeah! And this is a ton of runes, I believe? Oh, a golden rune 6. I could have sworn that was like a golden rune 12. Or something like that. Maybe they made it smaller because they decided it was too much for this early in the game or something. Everybody that dies down here has a bunch of runes. Not that I'm complaining, that's pretty neat. Oh, it's over there is where I want to go. Okay. We will thoroughly explore this place, but I want to do this in this episode. Because I want you to see something that I saw when I first came up here. And it instilled a real sense of wonder in this game for me. The Ghost Level 3. That right there. When I first came to this spot, and I got to the edge here, I looked out over there and saw that guy. I was like, what the hell is his deal? What's he all about? And I had, like, no idea who he was. And I couldn't make things out this clearly the first time I was here. I don't know if they updated distant graphics, or at least just for this spot, but I can tell exactly what I'm looking at now. Used to just be a silhouette, but now I can tell that's a dead body with an item on it, and that is a Crucible Knight. And I know exactly how to get there. Oh my god. Huh. I even told myself in my head, don't press B when you're done looking, because that'll make Torrent run forward. Press Y, and then I still press B. The Stone Sword Key. That's a little bit of a hint for what's needed to get there. Thought there was another item down low on this column, isn't there? Is there not? Does not the item on the column reside somewhere here? Oh, there it is. Found it. Found it. False alarm. We're good. The dwelling arrow. It dwells within you after I shoot you. That's why it's called the dwelling arrow. An arrow in which the spirits of small animals are thought to dwell. Oh, that's why it's called the dwelling arrow. Okay. Deals magic damage. Used by the master hunters of the Ancestral Followers. Interesting. See, I kind of thought that these guys were like real spiritual and loved animals and shit, but this arrow seems kind of fucked up. They like trapped the souls of small animals in the arrow to make it do more magic damage. Like, that doesn't sound like they love animals at all. Or it sounds like they love animals in a fucked up way, like they think they're honoring them by doing that or something. But honestly, for the small animals, that sounds terrible. Should I... I was wondering if I should run and get the next grace. How far away is it? Is it over there, or is it right here? Thought it was like right here. I think it's a lot farther in. Oh yeah, it's that. It's in that archway there. And this is where we'll call it for this part. For part 33. And as you can see, I didn't talk about it at the time, but when I lit this monolith, that one over there lit up. And there are 7 more, and they work exactly the same way. There are 7 more... How do you back out of that without taking an action? I just pressed Y to make the telescope go away, and it didn't do anything. Oh, you use it again. Okay. Hold Y and press up on the D-pad. I learned today. Anyways, there's 7 more of those monoliths scattered throughout this place. You gotta kinda do a scavenger hunt if you've never done it before. Or if you have a bad memory like myself. So next time we'll be doing a bit of a scavenger hunt to find the rest of these. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did enjoy it and you're still here, make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe. And ring the bell if you want to hear, see the next one. But until then, y'all take care of yourselves. Love you, goodbye!